Hello legends, welcome to Lazarus Gaming, and today we are going to be doing Elder Scrolls and character creation. This is a game I have actually played for a while. I haven't played it for, well, I jumped in it the other night just to have a look, but I only got to level 27. I've never had a max level character in this game. I should play it a bit more, but it's just one of those games, kind of like Guild Wars 2, where I like a lot of stuff about the game, but for some reason it just can't seem to grip me and get me involved in it. I did like things like the lock picking and stuff like that in it, and I like the quests seem okay. And the game itself is, I think the combat was something that bothered me in this game. But what I do like is the character creation, the armor. I like the crafting in the game from memory. I think the crafting was quite decent in this game, and I like the more muted, toned down, normal type of armor, and the actual look of the character, the actual look of the graphics and everything. So what we'll do is we'll get into the creator, and okay, so we are, that's novice gear armor. That looks cool. So this is what I mean about the armor. It looks really cool, and this is like your normal novice gear armor. Okay, so there's male and female of all the classes and races. I don't think any of them are gender locked from memory. I'll flick through them all and check that, but fairly certain that's right. Champion gear. This must be the necromancer that I've got selected. It must be pre-selected. Yeah. So this is the Dragon Knight. And what I'll do is towards the end I'll go through each of the classes and their champion armor, so you can see what it looks like with the champion armor on. Alright, so each of the races is broken down into an alliance. So there's the Daggerfall Covenant, the Aldmeri Dominion, and Ebenheart Pact. And in the Daggerfall Covenant is the Breton, who's this guy, like the human dude, and then you got the Orcs, and you have the Red Guards. Actually, I'll read through each of the things as well. So the Bretons are, the racial skills of the Bretons reflect their affinity for the arcane, increasing their base magicka recovery, light armor, alliance point gain, spell resistance, and cost reduction of spells, allowing them to cast spells with little pause. So that's actually like pointing them as a spellcaster rather than a warrior, which is quite cool. Because you don't really see that with the humans. Normally humans are jack of all trade, can do any class adequately but not proficiently, I guess is the way to put it. Whereas this game seems to point these guys to be spellcasters, like proficient spellcasters. The Orcs, the racial skills of the Orcs reflect their native harsh mountain environment, giving them bonuses to heavy armor use, sprinting, weapon damage, inspiration gain, weapon proficiency, as well as base health and stamina. The Red Guard, the racial skills of the Red Guards reflect their ancestral legacy as sword masters, giving them bonuses to shields, base stamina, stamina recovery, movement, and duration of effects from food. Their ability to flow in martial combat is unparalleled. So that's quite cool, because that's a that's the warrior side of it. The sword masters and stuff like that. That's quite cool. Red Guard's quite a cool character. Then we got the Aldmeri. So in here we have the High Elves, And the high elves are, oh, that's quite cool. Look at that tattoo, it's actually glowing. The racial skills of the high elves reflect their magical affinity by increasing their spell damage, resource recovery, base magicka, and experience gain. These innate bonuses help define the race as a proud and powerful spellcasters. So obviously, spellcaster. Elves always seem to be spellcasters or like hunters, druids, that sort of thing. It's quite, they're quite pigeonholed into that actually with elves. You know, high elves tend to be magic users, and your wood elves tend to be your hunters. The diversified racial skills of the wood elves reflect their woodland affinity, improved archery, base stamina, stamina recovery, stealth detection, movement speed, reduced fall damage, and poison resistance make them dangerous foes and gifted hunters. That tattoo looks awesome with that fire glinting on it. I didn't notice that before when I created the other characters. That's so cool. The Khajiit are the cat people. This is one of your main quest givers to start with, or seems to be my main quest giver when I start. I've had one of these guys giving me all my main quests, storyline quests, in every character I've created, I think. The racial skills of the feline Khajiit reflect their natural versatility and guile, giving them bonuses to pickpocketing, stealth, resource recovery, as well as base health, magicka, and stamina. These bonuses help them thrive in many ventures of life. And this one here, Imperial, I'll get to in a minute. It can be everyone, so I'll just do that at the end. So the Ebonheart Pact, the Argonian, which are the lizard people from the swamps, or draconian people from the swamps. I mean, he looks cool because he's got a skull tattoo on his face at the moment. The racial skills of the Argonians reflect their people's perilous swamp environment, giving them bonuses to healing, done, restoration staves, disease resistance, resources gained from consuming potions, swimming speed, as well as base health and magicka. So another, I guess, a priesty type healer one there. I might just flick through a couple of these randomized, because we're not going to use this guy for the character creator. But it's quite good. You can get quite a range of color on the skin and style of the skin. I'll do the same with Khajiit because I'm not going to use him in the creator either. So the Khajiits, they're sort of sad looking cats. The faces just look really sad all the time. Okay, so let's get back to this. The Dark Elves. Dark Elves have always been like one of my favorite races in games. They're so cool, like from a character creation point of view. I mean, they're just different. Like, you know, the elves are the elves. You play them in every game. Dark Elves are not in every game, so when you get, you know, in a game with them in, it's actually quite cool. The racial skills of the Dark Elves reflect their intellect and agility, giving them bonuses in dual wielding, flame and lava resistance, weapon and spell damage, and base magicka and stamina. These bonuses allow them to adapt to anything. So they're kind of your jack of all trades, because they've got, you know, intellect and agility, dual wielding, weapon and spell damage. So, and they've got base magicka and stamina bonuses. So they're pretty much the jack of all trade classes. Races. And he's pretty cool looking. Aha, he's so cool. Look at that mustache. That's brilliant. Okay, the Nord. So these guys are like the Vikings. The racial skills of the Nords reflect their strong and hardy natures, giving them bonuses to two-handed weapon use, duration of effects from drinks, physical, spell, and frost resistance, ultimate generation, as well as base health and stamina. That's quite good because the ultimate takes a while to recharge after you use it. Okay, and the Imperials. And the Imperials are able to be played by every single alliance. So that's like a neutral race that doesn't, you know, opt for one side or the other. Imperial. It doesn't actually even give you a. Oh yeah. The racial skills of the Imperials reflect their combat training and perseverance in battle, giving them bonuses to gold drop rates, shield proficiency, base health and stamina, and resource recovery when fighting back, making them resolute fighters. I just want to check. Yeah, it doesn't change depending on which thing you're on. So then you have the females of all of these. Just double check. Yep, cool. Every one of them has a female. Alright, so the classes, you have the Dragon Knight. These skillful master at arms use the ancient Akaviri martial arts tradition of battle spirit and field fearsome magic that pounds, shatters, and physically alters the world around them. Sorcerer. Sorcerers can use conjuration and destruction. Actually, while I'm going through these, I'll do this. So I'll show you the champion gear of this one. There we go. It's pretty cool looking champion gear. Sorcerer. Sorcerers can use conjuration and destruction spells to hurl lightning bolts and create shock fields, wield dark magic to snare and stun, and summon Daedric combat followers from oblivion to assist them. So they're like little pets that follow you around. They're quite cool. I've got one of my highest level is the sorcerer, and he's cool. I actually really enjoy playing the sorcerer. It's a lot of fun. Nightblade. Nightblades are adventurers and opportunists with a gift for getting in and out of trouble, relying variously on stealth, blades, and speed. Nightblades thrive on conflict and misfortune, trusting to their luck and cunning to survive. Quite cool. Dual wielders. Templar. These travelling knights call upon the powers of light and burning sun to deal massive damage to their enemies while restoring health, magicka, and stamina to their allies. This class is fun to play and it's easy to play. I think like it's quite hard to die as this class from memory. I haven't played it for a while, but I remember thinking that it was quite an easy class to play. I'm probably not doing it right if that's the case, because anything easy is probably not right. Necromancer, and this is a new one that I've been playing. It seems quite fun. Masters of Death. Necromancers can call upon corpses to serve as undead thralls and weave ghastly spells to harm and heal. Warning, using certain necromancer abilities in town is a criminal act. Citizens and guards will react accordingly. I can't remember what those skills are, but it's quite cool that people react badly towards a necromancer when they're using their spells and things in town. It's a fun class though. And I can't read you the Warden because I don't own this pack. But I will once this game moves to the Microsoft Store, or rather Xbox, and I get the Xbox Game Pass, give me it for free. So that's going to be awesome. Can't wait for that to happen. Well done, Microsoft, buying Bethesda. Maybe you can fix Fallout 76. So yeah, they're your classes. So we will go into here. Let's ditch the gear so we can get an idea of what happens when we click stuff. Alright, so you've got the body type triangular slider. So you can get super thin, super fat. Even super fat is not like fat. I mean, it's chunky, but it's not, you know, it's not like Jigglypuff fat. And then we got muscular, which is a bit too muscular for me. I like it dead center. A nice combination of everything. And then heights, you know, you can't get too crazy with these things. You can't be like dwarf or lollipop height, and you can't be too gigantic. We'll keep it in the middle though. Skin colors for this particular race, they can go dark brown to like a light brown, I guess. Whereas the Bretons have a very white color to a probably like a dark tan, I would say it is. So depending on which race you choose depends on the color of your skin as well, which is quite cool because it stays with, like, I guess, racial or genetic makeup for various areas rather than allowing everybody to be every color and everything. That's quite good, which, you know, in these olden types of days where you had to get around with a horse or on foot, Shank's pony, you didn't have the migration that you do nowadays, where it's a lot easier to migrate from country to country, so you wouldn't see a mass difference in population skin color. So it's good that they keep realism like that. You know, they're not you know, you're not being stopped from being any color, but you choose the race that determines that color. So it's good. I like that. You know, I don't like games where everybody could be everything. It's just annoying. You may as well only have one fucking model that does everything. It's just pointless. So body markings, tattoos. I think that you get some back tattoos on here as well. Yep, yeah, full body tattoo there. I think that's the skeleton. Yeah, that's quite cool. As a necromancer, although it's a bit obvious. Okay, we go with a lion in the middle of the chest. And then what I think is happening now is, yeah, you get like freckles and stuff. Oh, that was torso size, sorry. Yeah, so there's bites, scars, bit of acid burn, bit of something. More fights, some self-mutilation. Just pock marks and stuff like that. She's looking quite old, actually. There's a slider for this as well. So torso size is just basically how big your rib cage is. Chest size is obviously the fun bags, where still you can't get too crazy with them. It's not like an Asian MMO where you can get triple F, but you can literally take them down to nothing. And then the gut size, so you can give her a bit of a pot belly. Oh, even that's not that bad though. You know, it's still within reason. Let's make her a bit more toned. Waist size, so you can have skinny mini or up to just, again, nothing too crazy. You're just a normal person. Arm size, so you increase the bulk of the arms. Just like muscle definition and shoulders. The hand size, so you make your hands bigger or skinnier. And then hip, bum, leg, foot, all standard sliders really, that, you know, just, and nothing too crazy, which is good. And then the face. So the face, we have a few more. So again, another triangular slider for the actual shape and feel of how the face should be. So you can go fully heroic, angular, or soft, or like that. Let's just randomize. She's so ugly looking. Just try and find one that I like. There we go. Okay, so hair colors, you got your standard colors. Nothing, no blues, no greens, no, you know, random fucking SJW type hair colors, which is cool. Fairly decent selection of hairstyles. That one looks like it's got something braided into it. That's quite cool. You get your mohawks, because you've always got to have a mohawk. Got your dreads and your cornrows. Just standard haircuts. Ponytails, buns, short and messy. Another ponytail. One with a tiara on. Oh, that was a bit Wonder Woman-ish. There you go, she looks like Wonder Woman. Yeah, more buns, just standard stuff. So we'll just let that fall where it falls. Okay, we're going with the Karen haircut. Let's change it to white. Okay, so this is the age slider. So you can make her super old or super young and everything in between. So it just adds lines and wrinkles, but it also does the whole body. So you see how the skin is actually wrinkling up on the rest of the body as well, which is quite cool because you don't normally see that, so I like that. So the adornment, this is that headpiece, so this is the facial adornment, so you have different heads. Let's change that hair so we can actually see what we have going on. Yeah, let's do the faux hawk. And earrings, different earrings. So on the men, I think this does facial hair as well. Okay, and then head marking. That's your scars and your various self-mutilation marks and face paints. And on the women is makeup as well. And then you've got the different sliders for the facial structure. So you got your forehead slope, so it slopes up or down. Cheekbones, higher or lower. No, sorry, wider or skinnier. And this is the height for the cheekbones, so higher or lower cheekbones. Your jaw size, so in or out on the jaw. Your chin, wider or slimmer on the chin, and higher or lower on the chin height. And then your neck size, so you can have a skinny neck or a slightly more muscled neck. And eyes, again, nothing too crazy. Yellow is probably, the most crazy color here. Even, or maybe the orange. But yeah, nothing too mental. Then a load of eye sliders, eyebrows, nose. See, none of these, nothing too mad on any of these. They're all fairly standard, fairly easy. Small changes. And then you got the mouth with the fullness of the lips. I don't know why, but sliders in games where it's lip fullness, it's like it seems to just move the lips up or down, or separates the lips, because then you get this gap in the middle where you can see your teeth. I'm not sure why that is. It's weird. And then ears, so you can have really large ears, well, not really large, just normal size ears. Rotation, so in or out from the head. Ear height, up and down. Again, nothing too crazy. And then the ear flare, and the flare is just like nothing. On the humans, that actually becomes more elfy. But yeah, and that's it. So that is the character creator for Elder Scrolls Online. If you like this video, click the like and subscribe. If you click the ding dong, you'll be notified of new videos as they get released. And thanks for watching, guys. Come back in the future. We've got quite a few more of these videos. I've got probably another, I don't know, maybe 10 or so planned that I want to get done, ranging from Eastern MMOs such as BDO and Terra to old school EQ and Vanguard, using the emulator, obviously, as it's no longer a game, and you know, maybe chuck in a few sci-fi ones such as Star Citizen and things like that. I've got a couple where I need to just double check the NDAs on them, because I'm not sure what I am allowed to show and what I'm not allowed to show, but if I can, I'll show new games that are coming out that are under NDA, or not under NDA, depending. And so those will be quite cool. Hopefully the generators in those, obviously generators in those will change between probably now and when they get released, so whatever it is will be a work in progress, and I'll make sure that's put on the video so that I don't get in trouble for anything. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.